So I work in construction now, and today was a hard day for me, like any other guy with a blue-collar job. So picture this. I'm walking home, feeling really sore. It's hard to walk up the stairs. I keep going. I gotta pull myself up the banister, but I finally make it into my apartment. And then I'm finally here. And what I'm thinking about at the end of the day is the fact that whatever money that I made today, that I will then be taxed on, and whatever remains, I'm using to pay for my expenses. I don't have the ability to protest or have demands for free stuff. But I suppose that only applies to citizens and legal residents of this country. But all of those who are not part of those categories get to make demands, and city officials end up caving to those demands, which ends up telling them to keep making more demands, and more demands, and more demands, which is what we see in this video right now, happening in Denver. Just saw it, happened recently, still going on now. Crazy video. Here we go. Alright guys, yesterday was a pretty long, hard day at work. Unfortunately today I finished work earlier, so I wasn't able to finish the video yesterday, but I am finishing the video today. So let's move on to the video.
Times we're in New York City, and we are overwhelmed with illegal immigrants. Over 130,000, maybe more, have passed through. We expect about 80,000 still here. In some beautiful hotels they're now revisiting. They've destroyed soccer fields over at Randall's Island. But it's easy to forget other cities, smaller proportion, Denver leading the charge, actually have it worse than New York.
You know what? And this story is going to have you scratching your head. I think these migrants who have set up an encampment.
You mean newcomers?
Right, the migrant newcomers who set.
So here's the first stop. Why is everybody so desperate to not offend the illegal immigrants? Every country around the world has a legal immigration process. So if you don't follow the legal immigration process, you're an illegal immigrant. You're not a dreamer. You're not a newcomer. You're just an illegal immigrant. You're an illegal alien. That's a technical term. Like it or not, that's what you are. I can't break into somebody's home and then demand rights and special treatment. Well, actually, these days you can, because those people are called squatters. Right? And I guess the biggest oxymoron that I can think of at this moment is the term squatters' rights. A squatter is breaking the law. And you talk about rights for somebody that's breaking the law? That's insane. Anyway, moving on.
The encampment near under that bridge in Denver. I think they've been watching cable TV because they've obviously been watching the protesters at college campuses. And what do all the protesters want? They've got a list of demands. You want us to, stop protesting? We've got a list of demands. So you've got about 100 of these migrants, the newcomers.
And can somebody explain to me how you break into a country, you do something illegal, and you get people with demands? Explain this to me, because I don't understand. I can't break into somebody's house and say, hey, sorry, I'm a vegan. I need vegan food. Hey, I need a low calorie diet, a low sugar diet because I have diabetes. No, Get the F out. What kind of insanity is this that you break into the country and you ask for special treatment and special rights? No, it should be a simple thanks for coming. Actually, no thanks for coming and goodbye. That's it. You get deported. If they did that for 1 month and said that this was the new way it was gonna go. We find you're illegal. You didn't follow due process. We have a line of probably millions of people who are doing stuff legally. Guess what? It would stop it would be from night to day. It would stop because they would see that they're not getting anything out of it. They're not getting special treatment. They're out. They're back, deported. If you do not reward bad behavior and you don't reward these demands and have politicians cave to these demands from these illegal immigrants, guess what? These demands would stop. These people trying to get special treatment would stop because they know they're not going to get anything. Anyway, moving on.
They put out a list to the mayor of 13 demands they've got to get if they wanted the city to get them out of there. And you know what? Apparently they're caving because 100 left.
Yeah, oh, gosh, look at some of these demands. Food with fresh, culturally appropriate ingredients, no pre-made meals. They want shower access without time limits, medical professional visits. You can't kick people out of housing after 30 days without
medical attention, showers with water with no time limits. Wow, hot water, no time limit. Do you know how people where they live and they actually have to pay for their water utility, they try to limit the amount of water usage because it costs money, sometimes costs a lot of money? Oh, but this is just a list of demands from illegal immigrants. We should give them unlimited shower time, food that is culturally appropriate, whether it's their religion or culture or whatever else it is. They broke into the country, they need special food. They need transportation for their kids. Don't even get me started on kids who came with these illegal immigrants getting a free education, getting special treatment. Don't even get me started. The law works across the board. It doesn't say, hey, if you're at this age, the law doesn't apply to you. No, if a whole family came here illegally, they did the whole thing wrong, they get deported together. Nobody's trying to break them apart. They came together, they get deported together.
something stable established. They want a free immigration lawyer. They want employment support, no more law enforcement monitoring 24/7 in the shelters, transportation for kids to and from school, just to name a few.
Right.
Well, but mayor has allowed this to happen because he's a liberal mayor who thinks to come one, come all. Now his city, which was struggling anyway, is now on its heels, and they're trying to get this eyesore and this problem out of their way. It's costing people money. It's costing people access to roads. And now they want to, in the perfect world, pack up and send them to New York.
Well, here's the thing. On that list, Ainsley, you mentioned they want shower access without time limits. They want unlimited showers. The migrants said, we are not in the military. We are civilians. We want to be able to take our time.
Yeah, you're right. You're not in the military. But you're not civilians. Everybody who lives in the country here is a civilian. Everybody who is a legal resident here, whether you're a citizen or a legal permanent resident, you're a civilian. If you're not here legally, you're not a civilian. Your title is illegal immigrant, illegal alien, country trespasser, country squatter, like home country invader. You did not come here legally. There are people who have been waiting years and years and years to get into here, get into the country for its benefits, because they see its benefits. And you have people You have people that are just coming over here and wanting these special treatments, special rights. Who's paying for them? Every one of us who's working right now and barely surviving, and then we notice, hey, where's our money going? Our money is going to these people who just came last week or last year, and supposedly they just want all of this free stuff, and we're supposed to keep struggling because we have to pay for their benefits.
And here's the thing, the city of Denver has made this worse because currently the migrants get rent and food assistance for 6 months and free legal advice. So it's like they're getting all that stuff. And Ainsley, one of the things was transportation for kids to and from schools. So obviously they're winding up with an education. The migrants are going to Denver because there's a lot that they can get for free. And now they want more.
Migrants are going to Denver because they can get a lot for free. A lot for free to them, not free to the citizens and legal permanent residents who are paying taxes for all the stuff that they receive for free. It's not free to us. It's not free to the citizens, the people working, struggling to survive, struggling to put food on the table for our families. It's not free to us. We should all basically, every person who's legally here, who's working and paying taxes, we should all be getting awards for all the charity we do, for all the stuff, for all the free things that we're giving these illegal immigrants, these downtrodden individuals. We should basically be all considered saints for all the money and all the special treatment and special privileges we give to these people who just came over the border.
That we're not criminals. Don't treat us like we're criminals. But didn't they break the law to get here?
And also they go, we don't want the sheriff sleeping amongst us in the shelters. We want.
What is so difficult? You are a criminal. You came here. Every country around the world has a legal immigration process, and you didn't follow ours, so you're a criminal. Just like any other country I would go to, I would be a criminal. That's it. There's no sugarcoating it.
Be left alone. I love the use of the word newcomers. The city must schedule meetings with the mayor and those directly involved in running the newcomer program as soon as possible. They're not newcomers. They're illegal.
I cannot even believe. That is the first time I noticed that. I don't even believe that they're calling it a newcomer program. You mean an illegal immigrant program? A country squatting program? Holy crap.
Immigrants who have no right to be here, and because of these forgiving policies, come one, come all, and these misunderstood understanding of we are a nation of immigrants, legal immigration, this is what's happened. This has never been a problem. They could sit in their city and talk about how mean people are that work for ICE for deporting people that are here illegally, but now it's their problem, and their policies are blowing up in their face in Chicago, in Denver, in Philadelphia, in Los Angeles, San Francisco, and San Diego, and now they can't handle it. They're running out of money.
How bad do these individual states and cities, how bad do they need to be burned down and turned into total crap holes before people realize what they're doing is destroying the cities and destroying those states?
The people are running out of patience, and hopefully they're sobering up come November.
Everybody's got a list of demands. This is just theirs.
All right, and that's what happens when you have terrible policies at the border. That's why this administration is trying to change their policies when it comes to asylum. But as Tom Homan just told you, don't fall for it. It's window dressing.
It irks all the people who did it the right way.
As the last thing she said, they're trying to change the asylum laws, but or whatever other laws. That's all BS. What does that do for all the people who've been waiting years and years and years? What does that do? What does that do for the people around the world that don't have the money, the resources, or the privilege of their physical location being close to one of these nearby southern countries or right along our southern border? What if they don't have those privileges? So they said, okay, you know what? I'm going to apply the legal way. It might take a few years, or who knows, even more than a decade for some people. And they're waiting and waiting and waiting to do it the right way. And then you go and see the reality is you got people along the border who have that privilege just climbing over, walking over, digging under, whatever it is. And people who have the resources around the world to take a plane flight to one of these southern countries and then move over here by foot or by car, by train, whatever, and then get over to our southern border. They get to do that, and we should welcome them in and give them special rights and free accommodation and all of this free stuff. What about all the people who've been waiting years? What about all of them? Yes, the whole country is made of immigrants, of course, and it's great. But these immigrants came here legally, and what do we do with all the people who are still trying to come here legally? And what are they getting? They're getting a slap in the face by us rewarding all these people. Rewarding all of these people. All of these people who just come right over the border and trying to get special treatment. It's just incredible how disgusting this is. People who've been waiting years and years and years. And this is what we do. Disgusting. People need to wake up. People need to open their eyes. People need to see what's going on. Everybody's coming in trying to claim asylum in order to not have to wait years and years and years. Guess what? If I was one of these people and I wanted to come into this country and I could claim some kind of political status, be a political refugee, some kind of asylum, whatever it is, claim some kind of status, of course I would take it. And everybody's doing that. And if everybody is getting rewarded for it, and now our president's trying to grant amnesty to hundreds of thousands of illegal immigrants, how is that not an incentive for many more people to come in? How is that not an incentive? Of course, if people are doing the wrong thing and you keep getting rewarded for it, you're gonna keep telling, it's gonna tell the whole world, guess what? Our laws don't matter, and if these people just protest or do make a little noise outside, they get rewarded. This needs to stop. People need to talk. This needs to make your blood boil like it did for me. All right. See you on the next one.